AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I know this dude got Leonard Fournette on steroids. Fournette got like 95 speed and 99 truck power.
Here we go now. Green 39.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down at 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Green 39.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Nice play on the football, and what was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't.
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs. 63 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start. But a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. 3-19.
Garoppolo on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Darren Waller 77 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fournette fighting through. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dumps it off to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Check.
Detroit. Detroit.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will set.
Need to bench you.
Midfield at the 50-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think you don't.
And a loose
Bruh,
ball.
I dove on the fucking floor.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here we go now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Ebron caught left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
All right, here we go.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Mahomes now to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Watch left. Watch left. Watch left.
Now let's go.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Lucky.
Hurry up.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Alert 86. Alert 86.
Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Double tight.
Set. Blue landing.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. always better than nothing.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just... And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Blair Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? Ohio! Ohio!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Let's go! Let's go! Flex round! What? Flex round! Flex round! Check 50.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
I didn't mean to freaking hike it anyway. That's all. I was just going for that.
The Patriots send out their punter on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is brought in at the 21. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Now let's go! Blue line it!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Single. Check 27.
Hurry up, here we go!
On play action, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Motion, motion, motion. Ohio, Ohio.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 21 yards away. And the Patriots are back within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Jaguars getting set to go.
And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Detroit, back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I don't know why the hell I called that timeout.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That goes as a gain of 11.
Not a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football.
Y'all can't jump out on the edge.
Yo, Mark.
That's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yards.
Prison. It was good, fam.
Prison right here.
Yo, what was Rob? I mean, let's do it. His last name. What his last game profile name was Rob, wasn't it?
All y'all jump. All y'all gotta jump.
His last profile name was Rob Dollar, wasn't it?
That'll be the last one.
Yeah.
I'm about to jump down here and be by
Who
myself.
told you? Nah, I'm right here, Curry.
I see.
It'll be a gain of 6.
Hey, your voice is same, bro.
Nah, it's a regular gun.
Oh, Curb, get up out of here, Curb. Get out of here, Curb.
There's a lot of people in there.
Fucked up, Curb. You done fucked up, man.
I got the party, man. I'm in the
Yeah, there's a couple people in there. All right.
But the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble. But now they face a third down.
Here we go.
Now back to throw.
Who the fuck are you throwing the ball to? I'm done. Yo, Madden wants me to lose this shit. Why the fuck open he throws it?
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Madden's legitly giving him this
First
fucking
possession
game.
of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set. Blue 90.
A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he
Of
takes
course,
it in.
read the fucking pass and can't even break on it.
Allen Robinson, 26 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field.
Fucking pick. I force a fumble. Can't pick it up. He forces a fumble. Everybody's on top of the damn ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Look at that. I get stuck on my guys.
Get this up over the 25
That was him
to
from that.
26.
Freaking running by
That's
everybody.
a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First
I
play
gotta
of the
play
drive.
him
Let's
in
give
Madden
credit all
again.
around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Look at that. What'd I say? I'm done. I'm over it. Fucking
The
done.
Jags grab it, and they take possession
play
of the
him in
football
Madden
and
this
have it
game.
at the 36-yard
Shit's
line.
ridiculous.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free.
Look at it.
Creating
See what I
something
mean?
good for your
See what I
team.
mean?
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the
I
Jaguars.
blitz up the fucking middle.
Yeah,
No
another
one
good
gets
run
there.
there. He's been
Nobody.
such a big part
But
of their
yet,
success
he
here this
doesn't blitz
afternoon.
3-man
And that last
rushes
carry,
on 5
it
guys
puts him over
blocking, and I'm
100 yards
fucking
now
getting
for the
laid out in
day.
the backfield. Like, I hate
And a
when
new set
Madden
of
picks a
downs here
side.
after picking up the first on the
It's just so
ground.
stupid.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to fight his way
Madden said you're
forward
gonna
here for a
lose. Like,
modest
just
gain.
no matter what the fuck you
It's
do,
a
you're gonna
6-yard
lose.
pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Rivers coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
So
It'll be
now
a gain
Patrick
of
Mahomes
9,
is juke
and that's going
moves
to
and
bring
shit.
up a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down.
Yeah.
But he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This is taken about 7 yards. And deep in his
Oh
own
my
territory.
God. I'm over
Pulls
it.
up the
Good game.
football.
I'm done.
And it's a Jacksonville
I'm done.
touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
What's tight end?
They're going to try and run. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So the Patriots coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5.
All day, baby, all day. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. No. Check.
They'll run with Fournette. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Dante Hightower in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Can't believe I legitly fumbled 5 fucking times already.
Back
and the 2
now
times I
in
make him fumble, he gets it back. Every time I
Jaguar
fumble, he
football
gets it.
here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Watch you now, Barney. Shift. Hurry up, here we go.
Now here's Mahomes. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back to throw now on first down.
Wrong button.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Sheds off the tackle. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
We get a pick. He catches everything. Can we get one?
Football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Can't get no breaks. Like, we fumbling. My guys are dropping picks.
Trying to check off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
You can have fucking the X. I was doing 3 picks, hitting the damn wrong button.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
Strong left, strong left. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside.
It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all
Like, there's no fucking body back there. So why are you guys chasing the running back? There's no one back there. But you have the perfect fucking sack.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I mean, I had 6 fucking fumbles this game and 3 picks.
Time for a break.
That's 9 fucking
Back to
turnovers.
wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Detroit! Detroit! Bang, 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 bang. Now let's go.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Come on, let's go. Run through the flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Let's go. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion.
They're not home yet. They still need the 2-point conversion to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive.
Flex round.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again with Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Get the ball.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack it.
What the hell just happened?